I'm glad you all joined us this morning for our last class, our last free class in this format of 2020. We're moving on to 2021 shortly, which I think some people are very excited about. I do have a few classes coming up for the new year, New Year's Eve flow, which is a high energy flow, and as well, and I'll also share a playlist for that, and then a New Year's Eve or New Year's Day evening playlist. I can't even talk today. Let's start over. New Year's Eve, it's a high energy noontime flow. I'll offer a playlist. New Year's Day in the evening, that's what was throwing me off. It'll be a set your yin tension for the year. So it's a yin class. We're slowing it down and just really dropping awareness into the body and setting our purpose for the coming year. All right. All right. So, but today, since we did a nice gentle flow or just a slow deliberate flow on Monday, I promised you a more high energy flow today. Can you guys see me okay?
Erin, you call that gentle from Monday?
I
All this
love
work.
you, Kelly.
Thank
Uh,
it still
it
hurts.
was,
So thank you so much.
I corrected it, slow and deliberate.
Okay.
It's simple but not easy, as we say in the business, right? Yeah, that was purposeful though, right? A lot of holds, a lot of long holds in those stretches. But today we'll move a little bit more and just get some of that excitement for the holiday, just harness that energy and really move it through to cleanse the body of any uncomfortable emotions you may be experiencing. Because as I mentioned on Monday, the holidays don't always equal joy and peace and comfort and love for everyone. Sometimes it's a time of sorrow and grief. There have been a lot of losses this year, and maybe it's all starting to settle on you right now. So the most important thing to do is just be in touch with those feelings, really face those emotions, allow space for them so that you can work through them. Right? We're going to start in child's pose this morning. If you want to go ahead and press play on your playlist, go for it. Maybe you already did. And decide if you want the knees to be narrow or wide. Just come into a child's pose that really speaks to you. If you want to use a bolster or something to help bring your chest a little closer to the earth or the earth a little closer to your chest, welcome that into your space. And just take a really big breath in and let the whole breath go. Conscious of that release. Invite another one in. Conscious of filling up into all the pockets of your body, deepening the breath as much as you can, and let it go. And with that exhale, just settle down into your shape, feeling the comfort and the safety of the earth beneath you, knowing that you are loved and supported. Notice all the spaces where you're connected to the earth. Notice the difference between how your skin feels when it's wrapped up in clothing versus any parts that may be exposed. Sense the presence and the rhythm of your natural breath coming in and out of the body. If you're feeling that the breath is jagged in any way, or maybe it's getting stuck, or maybe you feel imbalance between the inhale and exhale, if that's not comfortable for you, see what you can do to consciously begin to smooth the breath out. Maybe it helps you to count on the inhale and have the same count on the exhale to meter the breath. Using that nice deliberate breath to help to relax the nervous system. This is a time of year when we do a lot. We try to be all things to all people. We make sure everything is just right. And I invite you through the words of Melody Beattie, don't complicate things. The simple, clear answer for life situations can be found in the heart. Don't limit its wisdom to just one or two areas. Let it guide you through all of your life. I'll paraphrase a bit. Whether it's financial or relational, whether it's professional, whether it's just decisions that you're facing in your life, calm your mind. Let it go. Get quiet. You don't have to know the plan. Just put the question out there and listen to your inner voice. It will guide you through any maze that you've been lost in. Don't complicate things or try to figure it all out. The answer is simple. Look in your heart. So use that as perhaps wisdom and guidance as you head into the next week or so, welcoming the new year. Just try not to get overwhelmed by everything. Just come back to the sensations of the breath coming in and out of your heart. Put the question out there and just get quiet and notice what arises. Take a big breath in. Let it go. From here, we're going to come into our hands and knees. And then sit your hips back onto your heels for just a moment, resting your hands on your heart. If this is uncomfortable for you, stay kneeling if the flexion is too much. Close your eyes, just get quiet for a moment so you can connect with your intention for the practice. Breathe that intention in. Share with the world. Beautiful. Come back into your hands and knees, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over the knees, and move a little bit into the spine, side, front to back. If you are listening to the playlist, by the way, mine was on shuffle for some reason. So you may want to just check and make sure yours is playing in a linear way, or else you're going to have like this really nice hip hop music right now, and then you're going to land in Shavasana on the third song. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. On the next inhale, shift forward, bringing the crown of the head all the way forward. And exhale, bend the elbows lower down into a chaturanga. Inhale, peel the heart up, little baby cobra. And then round the spine, send the hips back to the heels, child. So we're going to flow just like that. Inhale, forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, welcome the chest down to the earth. Inhale, press up through the heart. And exhale, round the spine. Feel the belly engage, hips to heels, child. 2 more like that, moving nice and slowly so you feel everything along the way. Starting to become aware of how the body feels today. One more big breath forward, lower down. Big inhale, rounding the spine. And then make your way to downward facing dog. We'll see how long the Santa hat lasts. Oh, I think it's coming off. Oh, there we go. Downward facing dog. Move a little bit, shifting the hips side to side, pedaling out through the heels. Maybe lift the fingers and then ground them back down, really appreciating how pressing down through the whole hand helps you to feel grounded and balanced. Take a breath in. Let a breath go. Find your way back into a nice still dog and then walk the feet in about a foot. Just enough so that you're shortening the dog, feet are flat, maybe even widen the feet a little bit to make sure that you can get the heels down. And then bring your right hand over the left leg. Find a bind wherever you can and twist to the left. He's under that left arm. Breathe in. Deepen the twist as you breathe out. Nice. We're going to release that and bring the left hand over to the right leg. Same thing. You're folding and hinging as you're twisting. Yes, take one more breath. Beautiful. Release the bind. Go ahead and walk those feet all the way up to the hands. Rise all the way up. Feels nice. Interlace your hands. Press the palms to the sky. Crescent over to the right. Keep grounding down through both feet. Nice and firm in the legs. Inhale back up to center. Crescent over to the left side. Breathing into all that space you're creating. Nice. Come right on back to center. Interlace your hands behind your back. Stretch the hands away from the back as the heart lifts, opening to the sky. Take one more big breath. And then begin to hinge at the knees and the hips, bowing down, chest to thigh. Reach those arms up away from the back. So just tipping the head down like a little drinking bird. Take a big breath. Let it go. And then release the hands forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, bow. Inhale, rise all the way up. Interlace hands, crescent to the right. Inhale to center. Crescent to the left. Beautiful. Come right back up. Interlace hands behind the back. Heart opens. And bend the knees, chest to thigh, bow down. Release the bind. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And fold. Let's do that one more time. Feels so luscious in the spine. Rise up. Hands interlace, crescent to the right. Inhale to center. Crescent left. Beautiful. Back to center. Hands behind the back. Heart puffs open. And bow down, hinging at the hips and the knees. Yes. Release the hands. Halfway lift, flat back. Hands to the earth. Step back to high plank. From high plank, drop the left knee. Peel the right side body open. Take a little side plank. You can lift the right leg if you want. You can even candy cane here, taking a bind on the ankle. Notice where you most need the stretch right here and really fight it with attention and breath. Take one more breath. Nice. We're going to release the bind, bring the hand back down, step the right foot between the hands. Inhale up into that low lunge, and exhale, shift back into a half split. Inhale, low lunge. Support that knee any way you need to, maybe a little cushiony blanket or a towel. Two more. Yes. Again, where do you need the stretch? Where are you feeling this in the body? Beautiful. Hands to the earth. Step the right foot. Shift or send the right foot back a little through and make circles to that right hip. Make sure to go externally and internally. Nice. And then extend that right leg back, root it down, step the left foot back, and then rise to downward facing dog. Big breath in, full breath out. Inhale forward to your high plank. Drop the right knee, open side plank to the left. Stacking the left side body over the right. If you want, lift the leg, take a bind. Big breath in. Full breath out. One more. Beautiful. Let the breath go. Let the bind go. Left hand to the earth. Left foot steps through into that low lunge and sweep up. Tailbone sinks. Exhales, tailbone shifts back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, shift back. You got it. 2 more breaths. Move with your rhythm. Nice. Hands to the earth. Left foot extends behind you and bend the left knee for your hip circles. All right, we're going to send that left leg back, right joins, high plank. From high plank, downward facing dog. Breathe in and let it go. Look to the front of the mat, step or hop, feet to hands. Come all the way up, nice and tall, yes. Exhale, let it all go. Lift, flat back. Hands to the earth, step or hop back. If you're hopping, you want to land in a chaturanga with the elbows bent. Scoop up, find your back bend. Yes, breathe right into it. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe and release. Do that 2 more times. Look to the front of the mat, hop or step, feet to hands. Up you go. Yes. Exhale, let it all go now. Starting fresh. Halfway lift. Hands to the earth, hopping, stepping, however you want to flow. Maybe your flow is taking a right to child's pose, a right to down dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Last one. Travel in a way that feels right to you. Really sense your breath. You can hear it. You can feel it. You are grateful for it. Nice. Check back in with your intention right here. Notice how easy it is to get distracted. Just come right on back. Breath in and full breath out. Beautiful. On the inhale, the right leg goes high. Bend the knee and feel the hip open up. Try to square the shoulders off. So invite a little twist into the spine. One more big breath. As you exhale, come forward with that knee, drawing it right up to the right elbow. Inhale, send it back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Send it back up. Right knee to left elbow. Beautiful. Right back up. And then we're going to step the foot between the hands. Rise up. Christmas song ever is on right now. Listening to it, Little John. All I Really Want for Christmas. Just makes me want to dance. But if you're not listening to the playlist, you're going to think it's a little odd that I just started busting out in moves here, unless you know me. And you know that's what I do. Come on into your lunge. Maybe bounce a little bit so you can find some space in the joints. Maybe you want to dance like I do. If you are listening to playlists, make sure you look up Little John's All I Want for Christmas. It's the best. It'll get you moving too. All right, take a big breath in. As you exhale, hands to the earth, we're going to come into a standing split. So left leg goes right up to the sky. As you exhale, bend the knees, just kind of bringing the left knee behind the right, like a little speed skater. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring left behind right. One more big breath in. And then bring the knee behind, dock the left foot over to the earth. Rise up into this awkward sort of speed skater look. All right, take your hands up, interlace them, flip the palms, and crescent over to the right once again. Yes, awkward is what we're after here. Keep the knees bent. Really open up through that left side body. Take another breath. Beautiful. Come right back to center, hands right back to the earth. Left leg floats up, and then step forward, forward, fold. Up you go, rise up. Exhale, let the whole breath go. Halfway lift, flat back. Hands to the earth, take a flow. Take a big breath. Let it go. Inhale, left leg high, bend the knee. Feel that nice opening into the left hip flexor. Big extension into the left side body. Keep drawing the shoulders to be parallel to the extent possible. Hands are evenly rooted. One more big breath. And then exhale, left knee to left elbow, hover forward with control. Yes. Inhale, leg up and open. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up. Exhale, cross that left knee to the right elbow. Send it straight back up. Step the left foot between the hands, and we're going to rise up into our dancing crescent lunge here. Smile, have some fun. The greatest way to release stress from the body is to smile and laugh, because your brain can't do both things, can't be stressed and happy and laughing at the same time. And laughing doesn't always mean you're happy, but laughing tricks your brain into thinking you're happy, so those hormones are released, and then all of a sudden, whoop, you forgot that you're stressed. So be silly, be goofy. All right, take another breath. And then frame the left foot, shift the right leg up, standing split. Take a big breath. As you exhale, bend the knees, draw the right behind the left. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend. If you want to bring the hands blocks, that helps bring the earth closer. Big breath in. Little squat here. Last one. And then as the knees draw behind, drop your right toes over to the left and come on up into that awkward speed skater stretch. Arms reach up, interlace the palms, flip them, and crescent to the left. Ooh, feel that deep, deep stretch in the right side body. Be present for this every breath. One more breath. Yes, come right on back up. Hands right back to the earth, right leg up to the sky. And then back forward, forward, fold. Inhale, up you go. Exhale, bow down. Halfway lift. Hands to the earth. Step or hop. You got your flow on. Making it as challenging as you want. Breathe into it. Listen to your body when you're thirsty. Drink. It may come as a surprise to you guys. It's just water this morning. Just water. All right, take a big breath. Let a breath go. Look to the front of the mat, a little hop, feet to hands. We're going to rise up and then chair pose. You can be a little dancing chair here too. This is a fun little song on. In your chair is a nice way to really appreciate all of the muscles that help support the shape. Yeah. Take another breath. And fold. Rise all the way up to standing. Invite palms together, thumbs at the sternum. Feel the heart in action, that palpable beat you can sense right in your chest. Sense the breath. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. And take another breath. Beautiful. On the inhale, we're going to rise up and then step the left foot back. Come back into your high crescent lunge. From high crescent lunge, hands are going to come back to the earth, back to standing split. With that left leg high, See if you can maybe take a bind on the ankle, the right ankle, or lift your hands. Just challenge your balance a little bit. Build some trust, trusting in yourself. We're not relying upon anyone else right here. You don't need anybody else. You've got everything you need. Take another breath. And then maybe bring the hands back to the earth. Start to invite that left knee behind the right again. And this time, take your right hand to your left ankle or to the left foot somewhere. And then we're going to stand up, taking a reverse dancer pose. Right? Dancer is one of the reindeer, right? Dancer and Prancer and all that stuff. See what you're sensing here. Yes. Take a big breath. And then release that bind. We're going to bring that left knee up. Give it a nice hug. Feel the flexion in the hip. And then cross the left ankle over the right. Hands right back at the sternum. Hips low like you're sitting back in that chair. Right? Settling the gaze. Nice and balanced. If you're feeling wobbly, take a breath. Let your eyes settle on something that's not moving and trust. Nice. Take one more breath. And we're going to start to bring that left knee back up to the chest. Step it all the way back into a high crescent lunge. And then open up into warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Do that a few more times. Inhale, reverse, just working those side body lines. Exhale, extended. Last one, big breath. And then from here, cartwheel your hands to frame the right foot. Keep that left palm planted, coming into a full Vashisthasana, this time side plank. Maybe the ankles are stacked, maybe they're staggered. Maybe you lift the right leg or take a toe bind or a tree leg. 2 more breaths. Connecting with your power, your strength, your rootedness here, your trust. Nice. Float back into your high plank. Take a flow. Beautiful. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. One more in breath. Beautiful. Look to the front of the mat. Step or hop feet to hands. Rise all the way up. Back into that dancing chair. Little jazzy jingle bells going on right now. Maybe you get low. Maybe you wobble a little bit, shifting from side to side. As long as you're not inviting pain to the body, just move and smile and giggle. All right. We're going to rise all the way back up. Bring your hands right back to the heart. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. Step that right foot back. High crescent lunge. From high crescent, hands to the earth, back to standing split. Lift that right leg high. Taking any variation here with binds. Lifting the hands. Maybe binding the hands behind the back. And what helps you to find balance here? Is it settling the mind, settling the gaze, making sure you're breathing? And then release the bind, bring the right knee behind the left. And onto the right foot. Slowly trusting as you come up into that reverse dancer. Looking for a back bend here. Any kind of stretch into the leg and the hip is a bonus. Keep that standing leg bent if you need it. Breathing into the expansion. You got this. Here we go. One more breath. Woo. And then release the bind. Hug the right knee up. Feel the flexion. There you go. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh and sit right on back down. Keeping the hips back and low. One more breath. All right, bring that, unwind, step the right foot back, high crescent. From high crescent, open up to warrior two. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Keep the lunge really nice and deep. Exhale, extended side angle. Just feeling the spine move here. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended. Two more. Your breath sets the pace. As you cartwheel here, hands come to the earth, to your side plank. So left foot stacks or staggers. The right knee, of course, can always be down. You can take a variation again. Settle into this. Meet it with kind attention, with excitement, curiosity. A smile helps. Two more breaths. Very nice. To high plank. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart. Back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breathe in. Look to the front of the mat. You can walk or hop your feet to the hands. And then bend the knees and just squat on down here. We're going to do a little Christmas crow. Yay! Crow is an arm balance that there's something for everyone in here. You don't have to fly. Sometimes crows just sit, and that's perfectly fine too. We're just looking for a way to shift some of our body weight into our arms if it's safe into your joints to do so. So really know your body and be careful. If you know for sure that your shoulders or your elbows or your wrists are compromised today, then come into a seated position, do a little meditation, or do some other movement that feels good in your body. For those of us playing around with crow, we're going to plant the palms down underneath the shoulders. Fingers are spread. Feel the knees arrive right up into the tricep area, somewhere above the elbow. If you know that proportionally your legs are short, shorter than your upper body, then maybe step on a block, putting a block right here under the balls of your feet. That helps for the elevation. And just lean in. Just first feel how it feels to lean in, drawing the knees up. Start to tilt your tailbone up a little bit. And the key here is your body is warmed up. We did all the things we need to do to warm your body up. The key here is just trusting yourself and leaning forward and just having some fun. Don't take it too seriously, but do be careful. So if you look at your navel, you're probably going to roll in your head, and I think you signed a liability waiver at some point saying it's not my fault. So please, please be careful. Please be careful. Look and lean forward. If you look and lean forward, you'll be able to drop the feet before you fall. And maybe you start to bring the heels up to your sit bone. If anyone needs any specific instruction, let me know. But otherwise, just keep playing with it. And make sure the breath is flowing through the body, right? If you're holding your breath because you're concentrating so hard on nailing it, throw that out the window. We're not after any specific outcomes here. We're just having fun, just testing the body's potential today. And maybe you stay right here and you feel, wow, really strong because your body weight is shifted into the arms, but the feet don't even need to lift. Maybe you are lifting the feet. Maybe you're doing one at a time. Maybe you're coming into a full crane pose and straightening the arms. Everyone's going to be somewhere different because guess what, y'all? All different. So take two more breaths. If you are having issues with bony knee on bony tricep, then widen the hips and bring the fleshy part of the fold of the knee into the triceps like this. Or if you happen to be a man with a lot of natural external rotation in your hips and it's hard to get them narrow, keep them wide. That's fine. All right, I think that was more than 2 breaths, but keep playing if you want. Otherwise, we're going to come back into child's pose. With your arms by your side, palms facing up. Tap the backs of the wrists a little bit onto the earth to give them some relief. Notice the presence of breath. Notice if the mind is finding its way to decluttering a little bit, or if you're still trying to hold a lot of things up there. You can choose to do a little sweep. Two more breaths. All right, from here, extend your arms out. We're going to come into a forearm plank. So start with your forearms parallel, fingers spread for a nice foundation, and extend one leg then the other. From forearm plank, bring the toe mounds or the heels to touch and roll over to the left arm, peeling the right arm up, little forearm side plank. Great for the obliques. Lift the hips up from the earth. 2 more breaths. And then bring your right forearm down. Notice how much easier traditional forearm plank feels after side plank. And then we're going to roll over to the right side. Driving the arm, lifting up through the hips. 2 more breaths. All right. Back to forearm plank. 2 more breaths here. Full breaths. And as you exhale, lower the knees, thighs, the pubic bone. Come right into your Sphinx pose. From Sphinx, you may not go anywhere. Maybe this is enough for you. You may take it into your Christmas seal pose, where your palms widen a little bit. The fingers sort of fan out to the right and left and lift up through the chest, through the ribs. Now right here, notice the shoulders. There's probably a little chance that the shoulders can soften just a bit as the sternum lifts. Invite here as we work to extend through the spine. More breaths. And then release. Stack your palms one atop the other. Bring one cheek to your hands and just relax. Relax your butt cheeks. They always tense up and seal. How did she know? Relax your jaw. Let the body melt here. Flip to the other cheek. And then we're going to come back in the center. We're going to take one more back bend while we're down here. You're welcome to take another Sphinx or seal pose in the spirit of holiday wrapping. If you want to join me in a bow pose, knees draw together, bending, flexing at the ankles as well. Take the hands to bind on the ankles. Draw the shoulder blades together. Feel the heart press forward as the heels lift. So wherever you are, whatever you're taking, 5 deep breaths here, staying fully present for yourself. One more breath. And softly coming out of whatever you're in, giving the spine just a moment to neutralize. We're going to press into a cat pose. So that's your table position with a nice arched back. Feeling the tail tuck, the chin tuck. Take a breath in. Let it go. All right, from here, meet back in downward facing dog. Hang out here for a few breaths, just sensing any movement that may feel nice. And then back into stillness. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, right leg high. Knee to nose. Send it back up. Right knee to left elbow. And as you leg back, bend the knee, open up the hip, and we flip your dog. Finding another back bend here now that your back is all warmed up. Hip flexors are warmed up. Take another breath. Look where you're going. We're going to flip back into three-legged dog. Draw the right knee up behind the right wrist and start to settle into a pigeon shape. Pinwheel, pigeon, figure four. Those are options for those who don't feel this is right for them today. Really listen to your body. Your body knows best. Not your ego. Listen to the body. All right, so maybe you slide something underneath the right hip to feel some connectivity to the earth. And I know a lot of people are in a rush to get down and rest, and maybe you do that. Up today, if you have blocks, if you want to keep offering spinal extension, it's nice to have the blocks by your side and sit up proudly. But if you feel like today your pigeon is all about your hips, then go ahead and surrender. Melting down and just seeing where you can release and soften so that the breath can target the area that needs a release and a stretch. Remember, no need to complicate anything. Come back to your heart, come back to your mission. Two more breaths. All right, from here, we're going to press up. We're going to swing that leg around and straighten the right leg. And step your left foot over to the right side. You're going to take a little seated twist here. So lift that right arm up and hug the left knee in as you twist to the left. Big breath in. Full twist out. One more breath. Come back to the center. We're going to have a little fun here with baby grasshopper, one of my faves. So if you bring this is one of those just listen and I'll do my best to guide you step by step to PhD and twister, although it feels like you do. Right hand, next right hip. Your left hand is going to reach for your left foot, your left pant legs. No, that's not your left. What leg is that? That's my right leg. Okay. I told you I'd do my best. I didn't guarantee I would do a good job. All right, left hand is going to reach for your right foot or your right pant leg or anything on that right side. And we're going to lean over like we're trying to kiss the earth on the right side. Okay, that's step one. Just feel that buoyancy here. And then if you want, while you have a bind, really trust in this left foot to ground down and this right hand to ground down and see if you can lift the right hip. You can. Lift the right hip. Trust. It's all about finding that fulcrum. Take another breath. And then come on down. That's baby grasshopper. Good news is this will be on YouTube. You can go back and do that as many times as you want. Just to get further confused by my cueing. And we get to do it on the other side in just a minute. All right, so we're going to swing the legs behind us. Come back into a table position and shake out the legs, shake out the hips. Come into down dog if you want. Swirling and twirling into the hips. Eventually, we'll meet in downward facing dog. So come here when you're ready. All right, on the inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Nice and deliberate. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. And then send that left up, bend the knee, hip open, and flip your dog if you want to accept that invitation. You can always turn this into a full wheel. Take another breath. All right, look where you're going. Bring that left leg back up. And then slowly draw the left knee to the left wrist. Shin drops down to the earth, coming into your seated pigeon so that you can get situated and see what's going to serve you best on this side. Maybe you take a mermaid version or a king pigeon if you have the bind. That's really help to make that connection. Maybe use the blocks and stay upright. In yin, we call this deer pose. And we hang out here for a little while. If you want to rest, come on down. This is your shape, your practice. Do what you want to do. Soften into the jaw, soften the mind. Two more breaths. Slowly begin to lift the torso if you're sleeping. Swing that right leg around, extend the left leg. Plant the foot down with the leg crossed. Sit up nice and tall. We'll take our spinal twist first. So hug the knee in, or you can get your elbow on the outside of the knee, whichever bind helps you to find the deepest twist. Here's your challenge. See if you can look over your right shoulder with your left eye. If that caused you stress. One more breath. Yes. All right, we're going to rebound, twisting the other way, preparing for our baby grasshopper. You may not be able to see as much as what I'm doing on this side, so just go by my verbal cues. Sorry. Left hand next to your left hip. Right hand reaches out for a bind on something on that left foot, left toe, left leg. You can also use a strap, y'all. You have a strap. I'll show you how you do it with the strap. There we go. So you're binding. That actually makes it a lot easier. Which is good. I mean, if you want to just build confidence in the shape, do the easy way first and then start to rely a little bit more on your own body if you have the bind. But this is fine. So twisting and leaning over like you're leaning into the floor, and then press into your right foot and your left hand and lift your hip. So maybe you can see better there how my hip is lifted. All right, have some fun. Take it for another breath or two. Smiling and laughing. We're not shaming ourselves if we don't have the full outcome. Just smile that you're on the journey. All right, when you're done, go ahead and unwrap the legs. We're going to stay seated, feet flat on the earth. Let the knees knock a little side to side. All right, we're going to rock into a boat pose. Shoulders down and back. Start to lift the thigh or lift the knees. You can bind behind the thighs if you want, or hands can be out front. You can always have your boat anchored too if you're working more on posture rather than abdominal strength. So you know what your personal goals are here. Take a breath in. See if you can lower just a little bit. Take a breath in. Lower a little bit more. Lower a little bit more. Bring yourself to just a hover. Woo. And come on down. Slide your right heel to the right. Cross your left ankle over that ankle. We're going to reach up, take a banana shape, so Bananasana. Your right hand will take the left wrist, open up through the left side body. Take one more breath. Unbind, uncross, take it to the other side. Right over left. Open up the right side body. And come back into center. Draw both knees in towards your chest. You can also take happy laughing baby. Remember that knees together toward chest, Apanasana. Apana is the wind or the air energy in your body, and Apanasana is a really nice thing to do when you are feeling a little bloated around the holidays. Whichever shape you're choosing right now, welcome massage. Let's take one more twist. So release the bind, arms out nice and wide. Let the knees drift to the right. Perhaps the shoulders stay grounded. You can turn the head to the left if that's comfortable in your neck. One more breath. Drift those knees up through center over to the left. Stay present for your breath. Come right on back to center. Send the legs straight up to the sky. Remember the shape as one that welcomes you when you're feeling a little chaotic, a little stressed, a little nervous, a little fearful perhaps. This is a great place to return to help press reset on the nervous system Help feel the ground, that stable earth beneath you, to build trust in your ability to lift and rise above. Take a few more breaths here. And then slowly welcome your legs down to the earth. Maybe widening the legs a little bit, just finding comfort in your Shavasana. If the lower back needs support, put something under the knees so that the lumbar curve can flatten to the earth. Open the palms up to the sky to receive the abundance of love, joy, peace that everyone in the universe is trying to offer you right now. Most importantly, just be who you are, how you are in this moment. Let go of feeling overwhelmed. So often the simple tasks of life can seem overwhelming, but feeling overwhelmed is only a reaction to them. So many things need to be done, the everyday responsibilities of our lives. The task of quietly beginning, doing the first step of each task, can help us find our way through. Once we begin, we see that things aren't overwhelming. The simple act of setting to the task simplifies it, and our sense of peace reappears in the magic of the present moment. Magic and power don't come from contemplating all that lies ahead, how much needs to be done, all that might go wrong, whether we'll get through. That is fear. We don't find the magic and power by denying, escaping, or ignoring our feelings, even feelings of being overwhelmed. Feel what you need to feel. Release it. Go forward in love, one moment at a time. We will be given the power to do all we need to do. Take the simple steps that lie before you. Just one step at a time. You'll find the way. More wise, inspiring words from Melody Beattie. Take a big breath in. Sigh it out. Do that a few more times. Sighing out overwhelm, sighing out fear, sighing out stress. Come back to simplicity, the simplicity of the breath. On the next breath, invite some stretching, some movement into the body to awaken. Then roll over to one side. Hopefully feeling renewed and refreshed, leaving behind that which was causing the fear or the stress in the first place, and opening up some space for the possibility of whatever may come next. Slowly start to rise up to a comfortable seat. Invite your hands to your heart. Thank you all so very much for practicing today and each of the days that you've practiced with us in 2020. It has been such an honor to share this space with you and to build community with people that I may never have met otherwise. It's such an honor. Know that the love and the light in me truly honors the love and the light shining brightly in you. Namaste. Can't believe that it's been 9.5 months. We could have had a baby. Imagine that. Our baby would just be born right around now. We're going to keep going with these classes into the new year. That's the plan. Do please check out other things that I have coming up through Eat Yoga Drink. That support is very helpful to me in my business. Marby asked, am I going to tell you when to start the music? Yeah, an hour ago would have been a good time to start the music. Hopefully you guys got it. Everyone was generally in sync. It was good enough. But thank you all so very much. EatYogaDrink.com is where you'll find the awesome New Year's Eve and New Year's Day flow coming up. But otherwise, you can catch my shenanigans on Instagram and Facebook between now and then. And otherwise, I'm taking some time off with my family. And I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. And just take it easy on yourself, right? Take it easy on yourself. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much, Erin.
Happy holidays, Erin.